Hey guys, welcome back to my channel Rewind That. It's your girl Miss K. If this is your first time coming across my channel, welcome. Please be sure to subscribe if you like the vibe and hit that notification bell so you know when I upload more videos like this one. Today we are going to be going over the latest episode of The Shy, season 7, episode number 1, guys. Yes, this is the premiere. It is called Black Friday. Normally I like to try to dig into the meaning of a title, but I have no clue and I really don't care. Let's get into this episode. Okay, now the episode starts off with Alicia waking a sleeping Nuck with a blicky pointed at him. Okay, she asks Nuck if he deleted her son and dropped his body on her doorstep, and Nuck says that it wasn't him. I had no reason to delete your son because we were in business together. Why would I mess up my money? I mean, that was Zay, he says. I just didn't want to dump your son's body in the river because I wanted you to give him a proper burial. I mean, guys, the lies, they came quick, child, okay? And at this point, I was just like, Alicia, you need to just take out Nuck, then go find Zay and take him out too, okay? Just tie up all the loose ends because you can't trust nobody, okay? And guys, if you've been following me, recapping The Shy and everything, you know that I rooted for Nuck. I actually like him, but I just kind of feel like he crossed a certain point of like no return, really, right? And it messed up his character arc. And so like now I'm just thinking, well, I just have to deal with the fact that he might not live. You know what I'm saying? He might not make it out of this series, and that's just something that I have to accept. So yeah, Alicia, tie up the loose ends, you know what I'm saying? We'll talk a little more about Nuck later on and my hopes for him still, but like I said, he has already crossed a certain line, okay? So guys, listen, Nuck, he's very dangerous, all right? He pretty much set up a play to have Zay removed permanently. And all I can say is well played, right? But Alicia, you know, she shouldn't be so naive though, right? Rashad was even looking at her like she was crazy for believing Nuck. But he also tells Alicia that he believes Zay would do something like this. Next, we have Zay, who tells his little girlfriend that he feels some type of way about Nuck making Bakari sit in the front seat over him. Kenya tells him not to say anything, but Zay is hung up on the issue because Nuck is his cousin, okay? Which I don't think I knew that, guys, all right? I mean, the way Zay has been moving against Nuck did not scream family to me. Even though family can definitely do you dirty, I do know this, right? But anyway, guys, speaking of family, Zay tells Kenya that Nuck can't kill him because he is family. But Kenya was like, says who? Like, you know, don't sleep, my guy. You know what I'm saying? And this is a young lady who is not from the streets, but at least she knows this, right? I mean, you growing up in Chicago on the South Side, you better know that anyone can get it. It doesn't matter who it is. The closest person to you can do you in. You know what I'm saying? I hate when people have that mindset where they just think that, you know, because someone is close to you or because they're family or because they're your best friend that they won't do you in. Like, that's such a stupid, naive mentality to have, okay? So Zay is saying to Kenya, trust me, I'm good. And, you know, little does he know, Shad is coming to him by order of Alicia. Alicia told Shad, bring him to me, okay? Meanwhile, guys, Alicia has to tell Tiff that Rob is gone, okay? Because she doesn't want her to hear it from somebody else, all right? And we know how that went, guys, but to be honest, didn't Tiff look like she was already mourning or something? Because that girl looked stressed and grief-stricken already, honey. I know she probably just woke up and everything is late, but yeah, she was already looking like she already heard the freaking news, okay? Now, I'm just glad, though, guys, that they didn't drag the scene out, making it too sad, okay? Next, Nuck lays down the new rules for his squad, which is to stay loyal, lay low while we get this money. So after everyone leaves, Bakari asks Nuck if he was okay with him writing his book, and Nuck gave Bakari his blessing. He also tells Bakari that he needs to make sure that his book sells because he doesn't want Bakari in the street life forever. That's when Zay comes in and tells Nuck that he doesn't want another boss. He wants to work beside Nuck and not for him. But Nuck tells Zay that He's not looking for a partner. So you can either work for me or there's the door. I'm not holding you here. And all of this is said in front of Bakari, guys, okay? Which I'm sure that Zay didn't appreciate. Nevertheless, Nuck walks out and Bakari follows behind, but not before he tells Zay to stay safe. Next, Fatima tells Trig that she wants to move out of Chicago because she doesn't feel safe there. She tells him that everybody close to Trig dies and she doesn't see him doing anything about it. And I was like, what the heck is he supposed to do about it? You know what I'm saying? I mean, like, what does she really want from him? Because it just seems like she's never satisfied with any course of action that he takes. Anyway, guys, Trig was a little too nonchalant about Rob's death, though, guys. Fatima was all bothered while Trig was like, well, he took a shot at Duda and he missed. It was only a matter of time. But you know, guys, that's the gangster mentality in Trig. That's not going anywhere anytime soon, okay? And that's something that Fatima has to accept, right? Accept it or get the heck on, girl. Anyway, guys, also, I don't remember Trig having a haircut on Christmas night, all right? Remember, this is supposed to be like the same night, even though it's months away and you know they shot at different times and all that stuff. They still have to make things look believable. I do not remember Trig having a haircut. Maybe I'm bugging, right? Maybe I'm tripping, huh? I don't know. Anyway, guys, later on we see Trig visiting the crooked pastor, asking him to gather the people in the community to bring them hope, okay? Because he over here listening to his girl. Anyway, y'all, next, Bakari's mentor, aka Professor Gardner, tells Bakari that he needs to enroll in school and stay on campus to keep him safe. But Bakari has all these excuses, and Gardner says, where there's a will, there's a way. Next, Tiff is going through it, of course, and she's got these sweet memories of Rob playing in her mind, and it was really sad, guys. You know, the song made it even sadder because the lyrics said, I found a version of love, and just like that, I was left to live without it. Talk about freaking heartbreaking, okay, guys? Then later on, she was watching Cooley High, and I was like, girl, why? You know what I'm saying? That is not a good movie to watch when you're already sad, okay? R.I.P. Coaches. Next, Roz tells Alicia that she wants no part in avenging Duda's death. She says that she's sure that whoever killed Duda had their reasons and she ain't trying to get caught in nobody's crossfire. You know what I'm saying? Before that, she was like, you know, I don't got time to be messing up my manicure on no trigger. You know what I'm saying? Plus, I got a shooter for that. You know, she was talking mighty heavy. But then she still digressed and was like, yeah, well, whoever deleted him, pretty sure they had their reasons, and I'm done. But if y'all want to come to the funeral, you know what I'm saying, y'all can slide. Anywho, next, Tiff tells Keisha that she doesn't think she can take care of EJ because she's not herself right now. So Keisha agrees to keep EJ full-time without talking to Emmett first. But in all reality, guys, we know that it's Keisha who will be taking care of EJ anyway, right? At the same time, she still should have spoke to him. Later on, we see Emmett tell her, like, you was mad that I bought Tiff a car without talking to you, but you can agree to, you know, bring my son here full time or bring another child in the house here full time when you know we have Ronnie and another baby on the way. You could do all of that without talking to me. And she's like, he is your child and Tiff needs us. And honestly, his response was very selfish. She's like, you know, we don't need that extra stress and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, wow, bro, like there's certain things that you should just keep to yourself, especially when you are talking about one of your children. Keep certain things to yourself because you're going to sound hella crazy. But anywho, I don't want to debate about it. Next, guys, listen, small world, okay, guys, because Professor Gardner asked his wife if she could ask her friend Alicia to grant Bakari a scholarship. Now, we know that Bakari had nothing to do with Rob's deletion, but he was there to help drop Rob's body on the steps, and he also threw up on the scene. So this should be freaking interesting, guys. I'm just saying. Next, Jake comes to give Zay back the money that he gave to him, okay? And this scene kind of made no sense to me. All right, and I'm going to explain why. Jake comes in telling Zay that he's scared and he doesn't want to owe him anything. So once again, he gives the money back, right? Okay, totally understandable, right? But Zay takes this as disrespect and says, what you say? So Jake says, nigga, you heard me. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to owe you nothing. So Zay points a gun at Jake's head and Jake says, you think that scares me? You don't think I ever had a gun pointed at me before? Man, square up. So this is the part that confuses me, right, guys? Because Jake did all that big talk for nothing because Zay whooped his freaking behind and drove off. Like, what? You know what I'm saying? And, Zay, he be getting on my nerves, though, trying to flex his power, which is funny because he doesn't have any power. But every opportunity that he gets, he wants to show somebody that he's big and bad. Next, this scene with Nuck, Emmett, and Little Ronnie was a highlight scene for me, guys, okay? It did my heart good to see two grown men putting their egos aside to hang out in harmony for the sake of the child, all right? Good stuff, guys. Good freaking stuff. Anyway, in this scene, I started to feel like maybe I can have hope for Nuck again after his conversation with Emmett. They both agree that they don't want their sons to be like them. And when Emmett tells Nuck to become someone that Ronnie won't be ashamed of, it seems like Nuck was really listening, okay? Now, he may take heed and try to turn over a new leaf, but we can't have too much hope in this show, guys. We just freaking can't. Next, Trig sees Jake's face, and he is not happy about it, of course. I love the fact that Trig didn't lose his cool or anything, but he lets Jake know that he will take care of this. Jake tells him to please leave it alone. I gave back the money. He whooped my behind. Like, just drop it. But you could see the look on Trig's face that Zay done put his hands on the wrong somebody's brother. You know what I'm saying? So at this point, I'm like, Zay, you out here making yourself a marked man and you don't even freaking know it, right? Shad already asked Bakari where you be at. You know what I'm saying? Where can I find Zay? And now Trig is looking for him. But anyway, guys, we know that Trig, he acts fast, y'all, especially when it comes to his little brother. But all he did when he saw Zay was bang him up, you know what I'm saying, and threatened that he would delete him if he even looked at his brother again. Next, Bakari meets with Alicia to discuss becoming a candidate for the scholarship, and she wants him to tell her why she should give it to him. Bakari was reluctant at first because he thought Professor Gardner already spoke for him, but Alicia tells Bakari that he has to speak for himself. Ain't nothing coming free, little ninja, okay? Long story short, Bakari tells Alicia that he did a lot of crap in his life. She wanted him to get specific, so he said, listen, I deleted somebody, but not because I wanted to. It was because they took someone from me, someone that I loved. Alicia says, well, in that case, maybe you're justified because obviously you know that this is close to home, right? She can relate, right? Now, interesting part is that Alicia tells Bakari that if she gives him this scholarship, he owes her his freaking life. And all the heck I could think about, guys, is that in the long run, if Alicia finds out that Bakari had any involvement in Rob's deletion, she will use Bakari to get close to Nuck, and Bakari is going to have to betray Nuck. We kind of already see that Bakari has some loyalty to Nuck, so that is going to be a really interesting and scary and tough position for Bakari to be in. And I just feel so bad for Bakari. I really do. I fell in love with this little boy after he's been such a knucklehead, and I knew that his character arc was coming, but now that it's here, it's such a challenge for him, and I hate to see it, and I'm just afraid that it's not going to end well for him. I don't really have high hopes for this kid. You know what I'm saying? I want to have high hopes, but I just don't, because it just seems like he keeps on finding himself in these kind of situations that are going to keep him bound and keep him tied to the streets, and I hate it for him. He needs to go. He needs to get the heck out of Chicago. You know what I'm saying? Fatima want to get out of Chicago. I think Bakari needs to go. Next, Shad delivers Zay, and Alicia deletes him with the quickness. Shad was like, he was just about to say something, you know what I'm saying? But Alicia says that the last time I hesitated, somebody else took my glory. And it's funny that that somebody else just so happens to be Nuck. You know what I'm saying? The very person that actually deleted her son. Anyway, guys, why did Bianca have to be there for the deletion of Zay? I want to know. We later see that she clearly couldn't handle it, okay? She tells Alicia that she can't do this anymore. She wants her peace, so you can have the lounge, and I'm going to go far away from here. And I'm like, yeah, girl, go far away, but keep your mouth closed or there will be other problems, okay? You really going to have peace. Anywho, so basically, guys, it looks like Nuck set the play up for Alicia to take out Zay just so there could be only one person left knowing the truth about who deleted Rob. I understand why he would trust Bakari over Zay because, like I said before, Zay was moving funny last season when it came to Nuck. Therefore, he couldn't trust Zay with that secret, okay? Like I said, well played. Now, this definitely puts Bakari in a very precarious position now that he's working close with Alicia and she's like another mentor in his life. And she told him that he would owe her his life, okay? Whew. My goodness, guys, the plot thickens, child. Next. Confused Fatima finds out that Zay is dead and she tells Trig to promise her that she didn't kill him. And I'm like, he could promise you all the heck he want, but what's done is done. And if he did delete him, like, how you gonna ask somebody to promise something that already happened? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what if he did delete him? Child, anyway, whatever. I know I'm being all technical, but she be getting on my nerves, okay? So anyway, Trig says, I promise. I just hemmed him up a bit, okay? So Fatima says, why do you feel like you have to save everybody? So now I'm like, are you sure? Because you just told him a few scenes ago that people close to him keep dying and you don't see him doing anything about it. You know what I'm saying? And now you're saying, why do you feel like you got to save everybody? So I'm like, girl, you just stay confused, right? Like, she stayed confused, y'all. And truth be told, last time I checked, Jake ain't everybody. That is Trig's baby brother. So you should already know Trig is going to do what he can to protect and save his brother. Look, guys, I know that Trig loves Fatima, but she's not a good match for him. He needs to find someone like Imani, okay? I said this last season too. Anyway, she's mad that Trig doesn't want to leave Chicago with her. When he tells her that Chicago is his life, she says, I thought I was your life. And Trig says, you can't be my whole life. And I'm like, yeah, that's a fact, girl. That is a fact. So if you need to go, please go, because you're just extremely annoying. Like, for real. My gosh, like, woof. Anyway, guys, before I end this video, I want to say something really quick about Shad and Trig. I really don't like the way Shad is relating to Trig, right? This is his friend who has been there for him through thick and thin. And every time Trig tries to warn him about Alicia, Shad is very defensive, but he's defensive in a very hostile way. And I don't like it. You know, Trig warns him again, like, be careful whatever you do when it comes to that woman. He over there talking about something, I do whatever I have to. Like, really, bro? It's like that already? So she got you open. You just totally forgot about the other chick, huh? I forgot her name already. I'm sorry. That was my girl, but I forgot her name. I guess we both forgot. Shoot, because he is all about Alicia, 70-year-old something behind. Okay? And she looked good, though. She looked good, honey. Anyway, she probably not really 70 on the show, though, but I think she like 70 in real life. She looked good. Anyway. So, but like I said, he opened off this lady, okay, off of this cougar. And he doesn't want to hear anybody saying anything against her. Because that's his lady and he going to take care of her. He going to ride for her and all of that. Okay. So I am looking at this relationship very closely. I want to see what happens. And I hope that nothing bad happens to this relationship. okay? Because I love that relationship that Trig and Shad has, you know what I mean? So I really don't need Shad to be acting stupid because I like his character. So don't be acting dumb, okay, Shad? Anyway, y'all, the episode ends with Tiff in the bathroom with a positive pregnancy test sitting on the sink. So we got more babies coming, guys, as if we need them. No offense, but yeah, I just don't know about it. But anyway, all I could say is at least Rob left something behind to carry on his legacy. That is something good for Miss Alicia to look forward to, and Tiff. But I don't know how Tiff feels about it because she just got rid of one child. Like, not really got rid of him, but like she like, I can't even give my focus, you know, all of myself to my son, and now she's pregnant. So that is not the best kind of situation to be in. But overall, guys, I will give this episode an 8. I actually liked the whole setup for the season, and I'm interested to see what is going to happen, guys. Please let me know your thoughts. How do you feel about the Shy season premiere? Please make sure you like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that notification bell so you know when I upload more videos like this one. Until next time, take care and be blessed, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.